We need the rest. Pa.
So you got your revenge? Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next? Mark von Auritz is next. Then von Burgov. And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened. It's what I want. Are you sure, Henry?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
Oh.
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Then he brought me some breakfast. Oh, table. This is breakfast? God damn.
You silly doggy.
Mud, what are you doing out there? Am I hungry? No, I'm actually still overfed. Son of a bitch. Every time I create an outfit, something happens. Okay, so I still have my fighting outfit. Still have my stealth outfit. Now I need to create my charisma outfit again. Son of a bitch. Shouldn't be too hard to make though. Let's just put on everything that's empty for now, and then we'll go backwards and fill out the rest. Right? Oh, I didn't put the thing on, huh? So this is just on here. Okay, well, we can replace that one. Get the chance. Okay, but now everything's good. I need to wash my clothes. Sit down here. Captain, wife.
What happened? Why are you all...
How are you?
All the better for being his dad.
You wouldn't happen...
I don't know.
What?
A respectable woman doesn't talk about that.
I beg you, I'm asking.
If it's mercenary work, you'll have to... God be with you.
Alrighty. Just Lord, read this book finally.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright, do we have access to the map now? Yes, we do. Alright, so obviously Fog of War. But we are here in Suchdal. West Tipster around here somewhere. Alright, so this is just for guards.
By grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross praise God the glory of his resurrection. Through the same Christ our Lord. Amen.
I don't know why, but I'm checking like every single spot. I go in here, okay?
I'll sort you out nicely. You see, my Madonna, we are...
Scar. It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This. I fell off the battlements at Laxenberg Castle.
Lord above. From the walls. And were you conquering or defending that castle, sir?
Well, depends on how you look at it.
Yes, but...
But I'm sure you're not afraid of him. Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
Well, your grandfather was right. A castle with a weak garrison is no good for anything. But your men... I'd say the girls from our village would do a better job of defending the place.
What did you say, you bastard? Why don't you show us how it's done, then?
Ooh.
Now that we have grows a meister among us. We should make use of him, shouldn't we?
No problem. But I'm not sure it'll be a fair fight. Unlike the local garrison, I have real combat experience.
Then you'll have to show your colors.
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours. Pulcock, come here! The
Pulcock?
first to bleed loses.
Oh, you just master striked me, didn't you?
No, you don't. Fuck you.
That was fun.
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Good, Gemma. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I
Oh.
was meaning to sell it, but it might serve you better.
My word. Thank you. I better go and
Upgraded
find
field
Zizka.
crossbow.
The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
Careful.
Okay, it sent me back to my original. Okay, thank God. There's second here. I don't have any bolts on my person, do I?
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Alright.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Rattay. I only know what I've heard about him.
Well, all right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
All right. Are you the tipster? Yes, you are.
I heard couldn't.
They are. These dreckigen Hurensöhne are angry, you see? They thought they would rake in the... But they couldn't have been more... Why should...
What?
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local...
So that Hunger...
Das trifft den... And yet...
Okay. Conquest of Gutenberg.
Do you know by chance how to get into that monarch?
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand verloren? You can listen close. Leave Siegel.
Did Sigurd...
Oh yes, mein Herr.
What?
They have that.
How do...
Not diese...
How do I get...
Das ist nicht... Or you can... The smell...
Where did you...
They've arc... When you walk...
I need to talk...
You'd be... And that...
How's it going? What of it?
Was soll ich sagen about it? You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosch. See?
A white roebuck?
Ja.
What exactly...
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in... Oh yeah. Und das war...
All right. How's it going? What up?
Zum Glück, if you're...
I'd like to...
What are you...
1500. Fuck me.
Greetings to you.
Only have 1500.
God be with...
So,
What can I... War...
This
Well...
is just to get my speech up,
what's Sir...
Oh,
so it doesn't matter.
Tats.
You would...
You mean... God bless you, sir. God be with you.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Wait, start from the beginning.
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Rattay, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
An unexpected guess.
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zhishka before. And of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zhishka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
Ah.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Instead of messengers, they thought we were beggars.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Believe me, I didn't intend in the least to make such an insinuation. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk.
Isn't Zhishka a bandit too, though?
Zhishka is loyal to Wenceslas, so he's no bandit or cutthroat, but a faithful servant of our king, carrying out resistance against his enemies. But let's move on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon, and I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that, and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty sure von Berghoff already knew. Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas, that you and I met in Ratai.
And was he satisfied with that?
Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me. You can keep a cool head as the world around you burns. You'll make it far. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
Home?
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it. But it's not what I want.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more than capable.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is, and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
Ooh.
Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Alrighty. We're now out into the open world of this area.
Stay close. The devil doesn't know you.
Alright, Sword and Quill compete. Okay, give me a second here. You can play Coach Cavern to take you between Trotsky and the Kutenberg regions. Okay, so we can find a way back and forth. That's nice to know. I am going to call it quits here, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a good time to call it quits. We have officially entered the Kutenberg region. We're actually in the open world of the Kutenberg region now. We are on a main mission here, but we did complete a main mission as well, so yeah. Speak of the devil. That's where we're on. These two are different regions, so we can go back and do these. Curious, can I like switch between maps? Or do I have to be in the map region to open it? Yeah, whatever. Okay, doesn't matter.
What is your...
It's already saved at the end of that mission there, so we just save and exit menu. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits right here. I hope you guys are enjoying. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.